Welcome to Weight Loss and Wellness for Real, the podcast where people like you get the practical solutions and support you need to permanently lose the physical and mental weight so you can feel better and live the life you really want to live in the body and mind you really want to be living in. If you're looking to overcome your stress eating, overeating, binging behaviors, and move to a place of food and body freedom, as well as find more meaning and more moments of joy in life, you are in the right place. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here and listening to Weight Loss and Wellness for Real. Today, we are tackling a big topic that comes up for so many of us: how to eat out without completely derailing our healthy eating goals. Because let's be honest, eating out really is a part of life, whether it's grabbing a quick meal on the go, going out for dinner with friends, or even celebrating a special occasion. We are definitely not always cooking at home. And that's okay. The goal is not to avoid restaurants or going out, it's to learn how to make choices that align with your goals while still enjoying the experience of eating out. So, today I'm going to walk you through exactly how to approach eating out, from picking the right meals to handling social situations and avoiding that all or nothing mindset. We're going to talk about what to order, how to order, really, really practical things, because this is the last one in this little, well, I shouldn't say the last one. I'm going to do more of these, but this month of March with these very practical weight loss, weight maintenance ways of eating, these very practical strategies. And so this is one I definitely wanted to get in there because I talked to so many people who this is one of their sticky situations. How they eat out a lot. So how do they navigate that when they are trying to drop weight or maintain their weight? I'm hoping by the end of this episode, you're going to have these very simple strategies you can use anytime you're at a restaurant without feeling like you have to order a plain salad or miss out on the fun. So, why does eating out feel so hard, and how we really need to reframe it? It can feel so challenging when you're trying to lose weight or eat healthier. First of all, because portion sizes at restaurants are way bigger than what we typically eat at home. Studies show that the average restaurant meal is about 2 to 3 times the size of a normal portion. And when it's in front of us, we tend to eat more just because it's there. That's all of us, that's human nature. Second, restaurants use way more oils, butter, and hidden sugars than you would probably use if you were making the same dish at home. That's why this is where things get really tricky with eating out, because this is just across the board and we don't think about this, right? We don't think about how they're cooking the chicken breast. We don't think about all these added oils, butters, and hidden sugars that just increase the caloric content of these foods. So it's why even the healthy choice, like I said, the grilled chicken dish can sometimes have hundreds of extra calories just from the added ingredients of what they're using to cook the chicken with. And then third, there's that social pressure, right? You don't want to be the one at the table making a big deal about what you're ordering. You want to enjoy yourself, and that's also totally normal. So here's the mindset shift I really want you to make. Eating out is not the problem, it's the way we approach it. So instead of seeing it as off limits or feeling guilty afterward, we just need a game plan that helps us make better choices while still really enjoying the experience. And that's exactly what we're going to cover. So, how to choose the best meal option. So let's say you're at a restaurant, you're looking at the menu and wondering, okay, what do I order here? So here's my simple strategy that I use. This goes back to either last week's or 2 weeks ago episode, but this is to prioritize protein and fiber first. So look for meals that have a solid source of protein: chicken, fish, lean beef, tofu, eggs, beans, a good source of fiber like veggies or whole grains. Protein keeps you full, and fiber helps with digestion and blood sugar control. Number two, watch for hidden additions. So if you see words like crispy, fried, smothered, creamy, usually is going to mean a lot higher fat, which equates to a lot of extra calories. So instead, go for grilled, baked, roasted, or sauteed options when possible. And then number three, customize your order. I do this all the time. Do not be afraid to ask for small tweaks. Ask for all sauces and dressings on the side. Is going to save you so many calories when you go out to eat. If you ask for dressings or sauce, so not just salads, also sauces. So it might be a sauce that comes with a pasta dish, might be a sauce that comes over that meat dish. Ask for that sauce on the side. And then also request no added butter or oil. Restaurants are really used to these requests and they're always happy to accommodate. So you just have to get assertive and ask for these things you want. So sauces and dressings on the side. You can swap fries for a side salad or veggies. So even if it's like, no, that just comes with fries, just ask, can I swap the fries for a side salad? Can I swap the side for some vegetables? And then again, ask for no added butter or oil. I will often ask that my sauteed veggies on the menu, that they dry saute them. So using no oil, no butter, and just dry saute them in a pan. You're not going to know the difference. They taste amazing, and you've just saved about 300 calories. So really important to just get assertive and ask for those things. Number four, be smart about your sides and appetizers. So if you're really hungry, go for a side salad, a broth-based soup, or a veggie-heavy appetizer instead of the bread basket or deep fried options. This really helps curb hunger before the main meal arrives. And stick to the one indulgence rule. So if you really want, let's not use the word rule, stick to the one indulgence guideline. If you really want something indulgent, so say French fries or maybe a cocktail or a dessert, pick one thing instead of going all in on everything. So either choose the fries, the cocktail, or the dessert. This keeps you balanced without feeling deprived. So you feel like you're getting the thing, but you're not overdoing it. So you're not going to get that guilt and shame later on and maybe continue to overeat. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're at a burger place. Instead of getting a double cheeseburger with fries and a soda, maybe you go for a single patty burger with extra lettuce, tomato, maybe a little avocado. Swap the fries for a side salad and have a water or sparkling water instead of the soda. You still get the burger, but you're making these small swaps that keep you feeling good. And here's the real bottom line. This is just reality. It sucks that it is this way, but if you are going for a weight loss goal or weight maintenance goal or just a healthy eating goal, you really have to get very reality based. And if that's not your goal, then you don't need to listen to this. But if those are your goals, you really are going to have to make some of these swaps. You really are going to have to get rid of the soda and switch in the sparkling water. You really are going to have to figure out how to make it okay for yourself to swap out the fries for a side salad. Or maybe you have the fries, but you have maybe half of the amount you would have had before. It's these little simple tweaks, but I believe it is important to understand the reality of what we need to do to make the changes we actually really want to make. So again, if you don't want to make those changes, that's fine. Don't listen to this anymore. But if you're really wanting to make those changes, we really have to get realistic with ourselves. What do we want more? Do we want that whole big serving of French fries? Or can we maybe go with just 10 to 15 fries and know that we're working towards the bigger goal that we have, where we feel really good and healthy in our bodies? Okay, next part. Let's talk about the social situations and peer pressure. I hear about this a lot. You're eating out with friends, everyone's ordering pizza, pasta, and dessert, and it can feel awkward to be the only one making a different choice. And this gets into some of our primal fears of I'm not going to belong. And I mean, so this can be a really heavy, hard psychological situation to be in. So here's some things that can help with this. You really want to get you really want to own your decision with confidence. So instead of saying, I can't eat that, just say, I'm craving something lighter today. And this is what sounds good to me. Just don't make a big deal out of it. Don't make a big deal about your new healthy way of eating or you're trying to lose weight. Just go in with confidence. I'm craving something lighter today. This is what sounds good to me. Don't turn it into a big dramatic deal. And then if you want to share, suggest splitting. So if you're like at an Italian place and really want some pasta, split an entree with someone or order half a portion. Just ask, can I have half a portion? Sometimes they'll accommodate for that too. And remember, this is a huge one for your mindset. You can eat anything. You can eat anything you want, just not everything at once. You can eat anything you want, just not everything at once. You do not have to say no to the foods you love. You just have to get very intentional. Oh my goodness. You just have to be very intentional about when and how you enjoy them. So that's getting really mindful with our eating, and it's getting very intentional about when and how you enjoy them. I have certain things that I really, really enjoy eating, and they used to be triggers for binging for me. Things like chocolate and peanut butter, things like, what else do I really love right now? Hummus. I just had certain foods that would really turn into these big binges. And after I've done this work, I really, every week, I enjoy some kind of chocolate. I definitely enjoy hummus every week, but I'm very intentional about when I'm going to have it, what I'm going to have it with. I never have these things on an empty stomach. I always make sure I have protein first before I have those things. So I'm just very strategic. I'm very intentional. So still get to have foods that I really, really love, but they're no longer these triggers to the overeating or binging that I used to have. They don't turn into this, oh, now I had that thing and I want more and more and more. I can just be very satisfied because I'm very mindful, I'm very intentional, I'm very planned out with all that. Now, don't get me wrong, that was a journey to get there. I don't want to pretend like, oh, it's so easy and why can't you do it? That's not at all what I'm saying. This took a very long time for me. And also, I'm not saying it's going to take a very long time for you. I'm just saying work with intentionality, work with planning, and know you're going to make mistakes along the way. But every little time you can do this, that's a change towards where eventually you're going to find freedom through this whole method. Okay, what to do if you do overeat. So, this is the last thing. If you do end up overeating at a restaurant and you feel that guilt or that shame afterwards, I want you, of course, to drop the guilt and shame. This is one meal. It's not going to ruin your progress. What matters is what you do next. Don't try to make up for it by skipping meals the next day. That almost always backfires and leads to more overeating later. Just get back immediately to your normal healthy habits, drink a bunch of water, eat some protein and fiber, and move your body. And lastly, really take it as a learning experience. If you feel overly stuffed, ask yourself, what could I do differently next time? Maybe it's ordering a little less, maybe it's slowing down while eating. Maybe it's recognizing, being more mindful. It's recognizing when you're full earlier. Maybe it's going in with more intentionality and making a plan before you go out to eat. It can also be as simple as when you order your meal, ask the server right away before you bring the meal out, could you box half of it up? Bring me the box in a to-go box and serve me the other half. That really helps. These simple things can help with cut down with how much we're eating in one sitting without feeling deprived. All right, so I'm wrapping it up there. Hopefully, you are walking away from this episode with some really practical strategies that make eating out feel easier and less stressful. Remember, it is not about being perfect. It is not about being perfect. It's about making small, intentional choices that add up over time. If you found this episode helpful, I'd love for you to share it with a friend who might find some value out of it. And we will continue on next week. We will talk soon. Just a quick interruption to tell you about a product I really, really love. This is David protein bars, and they are the best out there with the highest protein content of any other bar with the amount of calories. So these have the highest protein content and the lowest calories out there and very limited sugar. They give you exactly what you need. Fuel that works without the unnecessary junk in them. And whether you need a quick post-workout snack or something to keep you going during a busy day, or you need to get your protein in the mornings for breakfast and you don't have a lot of time, these bars have you covered. And as a listener, you get an exclusive discount. Use davidprotein.com/Heather. So again, David purprotein.com/Heather to save on your order. And if you want, you can just scroll below to the episode description, and there's a link right there for you that you can click on and get you there immediately. The information in this podcast is intended to provide a broad understanding and knowledge of healthcare topics. This information is for educational purposes only and should not be considered complete and should not be used in place of advice from your physician or healthcare provider. We recommend you consult your physician or healthcare professional before beginning or altering your personal exercise, diet, or supplementation program. Did you know you can find a lot more help from me on my website? Go to heatherheynen.com. Heynen is spelled Heynen, and there you will find links to my online courses, how I work with clients one-on-one as well as online with my coaching and counseling services that I offer.